Welcome to another episode of Behind My Vinyl. And as I mentioned before, we are counting down 12 days till Christmas, where I talk about a vinyl that's in my collection each and every day up till Christmas that is Christmas related. And so I tell the stories behind them and memories I have about them in some cases, and how I acquired the vinyl. And it's a little bit of a story of it. So these are some of my favorite Christmas vinyls. Mind you, not all my favorite Christmas albums do I have on vinyl yet. I'm working toward that. Amy Grant, that's one that I would love to get. She has a triple collection out that I'm kind of interested in. Mariah Carey is another one that I would like to have in my collection that I don't have. The one I do have in my collection, and it's not technically a Christmas album, but it is because of the Nutcracker Suite. This is Leonard Bernstein, New York Philharmonic. Now, people are going to call in and correct my pronunciation because I probably butchered them, but I want to talk about this album. It is literally it's almost the same. One side, we have Nutcracker. On the other side, we have Peter and the Wolf. And actually, growing up, this is an album that came from my mother. And so, as I mentioned before, these albums are in my collection not because they're like near mint or something like that. In fact, this album's quite scratched and well loved. Still plays with its pops and hisses that are happened with older albums that have been well used. And it's, I probably wouldn't get much, but look, there's a lot of scuffing on the corners if I wanted to sell this. But I don't want to sell this album. This is too many memories and nostalgia for me. This was mom reading to me in a lot of ways. I would sit by the GE stereo, and she would pop on this record, and literally Leonard Bernstein, the director of this, narrates Peter and the Wolf. And it's absolutely incredible. And it introduced me to the Nutcracker Suite, which we often associate with Christmas. So this doesn't look Christmassy at all. Maybe this side a little bit. But this is really a bigger album. New York Philharmonic Orchestra putting this out, and it's well loved. I was entertained for hours because of Peter and the Wolf, which again, it really isn't a Christmas story, but this gets included on this list because of the Nutcracker Suite, and this introduced it to me. I had a chance to see the Nutcracker Suite perform not that long ago at Lancaster Mennonite High School in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And it was done by this Russian ballet company, and it was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Highly recommend seeing it and making it part of your Christmas season, of course, when COVID's over. Have you heard of this album? Do you own a copy of the Nutcracker Suite on vinyl? We'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for listening.